Good to be back in Manchester for a big show. Obviously, we're going to get in April, and now a presser that's coming up very shortly. Which, even though it's in Leeds, the presser's here. It's going to be very lively. Josh Taylor, Jack Catterall.
I was going to say, you just mentioned we're here for Jack Catterall and Josh Taylor. The first fight had a very controversial decision for Josh Taylor.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that fight 2 years ago itself. Do you recall it? And what was your initial thought?
I can't believe it's 2 years ago. Time flies, doesn't it? But I think there's no denying that it was a very controversial decision. I've said this before. I believe, like most people, Jack done enough to get the win that night. But I'd also believe that Josh wasn't at his best that night as well. I think Josh, he'll have to be much better. But then I think Jack would have improved as well. So it's a very interesting fight. I'm still waiting to hear about fight, weight, rehydration clauses, stuff like that. What I'm waiting to hear, because it's very hard to pick a winner before knowing all that. But I'm really glad the fight's happening. It's a fight that, listen, there's genuine bad blood between them there. Genuine rivalry, and these are the kind of fights that sell, aren't they? Big domestic showdowns. Although it's at world level, it's what sells.
I was going to say, you touched on weight, and interestingly, Josh Taylor's hinted that he wants to move to 147.
Yeah.
Last few performances haven't been the best for him. This fight happens at 140. How much of a struggle do you think it'll be for Josh making that weight?
I think it's a big struggle. It's not easy for Jack either. Let's not forget that. But I do believe Josh making 140 takes some out of him for sure. Probably takes more out of him than it does Jack. But he, I don't like to say. I'm waiting to see what fight the way he's at. I'm sure it's going to get mentioned shortly. It's been kept pretty quiet. But it'll be interesting. I feel like, obviously, he made it for Teofimo, and there's no shame in losing to Teofimo Lopez, and he still had some good moments in it, because in my opinion, Teofimo Lopez is a pretty special fighter. I really think that. But I think, obviously, Josh, although he's not had loads of professional fights, he had a long career, and he's been at the top level for a long time now. So I think that has took its toll in getting to 140 as well.
And just quickly on the fight itself, obviously, the first time round, it was for all the marbles with all the bets.
Yeah.
This time, obviously, a little bit different. Is that going to be a bit of a disappointment for Jack, do you think? Obviously, first time round going for the belts. This time...
No, I don't think it's going to come into play, because I think it's like I say, it's personal, but I think he wants to right that wrong. Listen, of course, having all the marbles on the line would be a lot nicer, and he feels hard done by, like he should have become a world champion that night. But no, I think it's past that. I think it's pretty personal. Since I think the rivalry, I think the build-up is going to be bigger than the first fight, even though there's no world titles involved. And so no, I don't think they'll come into play.
And what type of atmosphere do you expect to have in these?
It'll be very good. And I think Josh will bring good travelling support. Jack, well, obviously it's closer to Jack, so he'll have, you imagine, would have the vast majority of the support, but I think it'll be fantastic. Listen, the Scottish travel well, and they're always very boisterous, so very loud, very rowdy, and it'll be good. Like I say, Jack, he's getting a good fan base, but it's not even just that. I think for this kind of fight, it could have been anywhere, could have been absolutely anywhere, and you're going to get a great atmosphere. It sort of captured the public imagination.
And it's super early. If you were to push you for a little prediction, what would you be?
It's so hard. Do you know what it is? Like I say, I think the weight makes a big issue. Listen, if it's at 140, I favour Jack. At 147, possibly favour Josh.
Could you potentially get a catchweight?
You might get a catchweight, yeah. So it's just, I think, listen, going off, you can go off sort of recent performances. And I think when Jack fought Jorge, I thought Jack sort of comfortable in there, and he probably switched off a few times, in there. But obviously Jack and the Jorge have not, Josh and the Jorge have now are very different. So it's such a tough one to call. I think, listen, if you're going off just the first fight, it's at 140, then it's probably hard not to make Jack a favourite. But I think all will be revealed soon about the weight and whatnot.
Perfect. Thank you for your time, man.
No worries.
Enjoy the session.
Thank you, man.
Cheers.
Thank you.